the two sets of players meet each other inside the halfway line. Liverpool, of course, with a similar lineup to what we saw the other night at Tranmere. Dejan Lovren, of course, returns tonight. But again, it's that opportunity for those three English boys in the middle of midfield. And significantly, the man who really did catch the eye in the first half at Prenton Park, Rhian Brewster.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously, I've seen quite a bit of Rhian Brewster and his development, and obviously so unlucky last year to get the injury and miss all the pre-season, a huge amount of the season. But what a bright future this kid has. If he keeps working hard, keeps getting himself in them positions, he's a goal scorer, an out-and-out goal scorer. And we haven't really got one of them at the club, so, you know, it could be a big year for him.
If you're good enough, you're old enough. Correct. In this game. Of course, for Bradford City, it's difficult, really, given the relegation, and as we alluded to in the build-up to the game, there's been a lot of turmoil on and off the field for them. 10 new signings already this summer. There's an entire squad of players that have played on trial in recent games as well. There's Gary Boyle who tries to get the right blend. They have to be promoted back to League One at the first opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the size of the club. I think they've already sold 14,000 season tickets here, which is still amazing after getting relegated to League Two. They've made some good signings. Donaldson's on the bench, is a decent sign, knows the way inside. James Vaughan, they'll need them two to probably lead the line from a bit of experience up front. They need goals. They struggled to score goals last season, conceded too many. But today's a great opportunity to test themselves against the best in Europe.
Well, the supporters here they sold the tickets in absolutely no time whatsoever. And amazingly, we are told today that they're expecting the highest crowd here since the days before the Bradford fire, all those many tragic years ago. And it's an astonishing, really, that so many people have come out. Well, it's not really astonishing that so many people have come out to support it, but that 25,000 people will spend their afternoon watching this game.
Yeah, it's a good game, isn't it? Especially for these Bradford players as well, to get the opportunity to play against these Liverpool players. I mean, we've seen the Tranmere game the other night. Tranmere really struggled because Liverpool started so brightly. Bradford tonight really need to start better than what Tranmere did and really make it difficult for them.
In terms of the boys that are out there, we can see Rhian Brewster there, but for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, it's a very big pre-season. He made his way back towards fitness, but he needs this pre-season, doesn't he?
I think any player, especially if you've had a long injury, you need a full pre-season in you. You need your game time, you need your minutes on the pitch. He's a very fit lad. We know he looks after himself off the pitch, but this is where you get the hard yards in, out on the football field. And him alongside James Milner and Adam Lallana, three lads who very hard working and can all keep the ball well.
Well, we are just about ready to get underway. Match day number 2 of pre-season for Liverpool takes in Valley Parade. Andy Madley is the referee. We'll be seeing him in the Premier League this season. He's a very likeable referee as well.
Makes a change.
I knew you'd say that. It's Bradford City all in white who will get us underway. The other night they played at Brighouse Town with an 18 made up of entirely trialists. Next week it's Wigan Athletic. Today it's all about Liverpool Football Club coming to Bradford. As we say, back in 2000, as Dominic mentioned, Bradford cost Liverpool a place in the Champions League.
David Weatherall, was it, John?
David Weatherall scored the only goal of the game. Leeds went into the Champions League. Dominic Matteo signed for Leeds off the back of it. I think the last time he played in, Neville Southall played in goal for Bradford.
And Stan Collymore scored for Bradford that day. Liverpool links everywhere.
That's Nat Phillips switching the ball from right to left. Oxlade-Chamberlain, it's a lovely little touchdown. Klein had made the little run. That's Lallana. There's Yasser Larouci, another who caught the eye the other night. Once again, it's interesting to see, to watch the likes of Ryan Kent and Harry Wilson at the back of their loan spells last year, where once again they've spent a year away from the club developing and catching the eye at their relevant clubs at Rangers and Derby.
Yeah, most definitely. I think both of them had really good seasons. No, Steven Gerrard was very impressed with Ryan Kent and obviously Harry Wilson. Some of the goals he scored, especially at Old Trafford. Another great season for him and great experience.
He made a habit of scoring eye-catching goals last season with Harry Wilson. Here's Kent. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Wilson was just knocked off the ball and it's only half away by Jordan Gibson. Comes out to Brewster. Wilson, Brewster, Kent. He's looking for Brewster again. It was a little too tight in there, and Jackson Longridge clears. That's James Vaughan. Support from Amari Patrick here. It's a positive run. Dejan Lovren with the cover. And tidying up for Liverpool. James Milner helps the ball on. He's been the one that's been the figurehead for Liverpool as they supported the Derby Rimmer Foundation. Understandably so, given the close ties between the two. Here's Larouci. Here is Milner. A little too tight, Jackson Longridge.
Yeah, it's one thing we picked up from the first game against Tranmere, how fast Liverpool started the game, the way they moved the ball quickly, didn't give the Tranmere players time to settle and get the shape, and again tonight started very quickly, moving the ball very fast.
James Milner's a stone's throw from his home in Leeds here in Bradford. It's only about 5-6 miles to where he's from.
He'll be staying for a Sunday roast only afterwards. Yorkshire puddings and all that.
I don't think he eats them, does he?
Don't look like it. Muscles on muscles.
He's the man who went running at 3 o'clock in the morning while he was on holiday. Milner leaves it for Wilson. The ball does its job. James Vaughan, who took it right on the end of his toe there, which will be a little sore on his ankle, which is why he hobbled away. Kent, Lallana, Oxlade-Chamberlain, and still always rising. Always good to get a little sighter in early though.
Yeah, positive, wasn't it? Like I say, we're on the front foot, started well, and that's what we want Oxlade-Chamberlain. That's what we remember him before his injury. You know, bursting forward, getting shots away.
I mentioned that Bradford has signed 10 players already. We've got a good goalkeeper in Richard O'Donnell already at the club. Came through at Sheffield Wednesday and lots and lots of loan spells away, but was always fighting for the first team shirt there. Certainly helped this Bradford team. It's really good from Brewster winning the ball high. One thing that I think people now, they are watching Rhian Brewster more now that he is fully fit and ready again. Those who perhaps didn't get the opportunity to see him at youth level and at England youth level as well, is just how game he is.
Oh yeah, he's
fearless,
fiery,
isn't he?
He's fiery.
Yeah, fearless.
Very confident young man, but he knows where the back of the net is. We've seen that against Tranmere. Real poachers goals.
Here's Klein. Lovren. The ball was a little close to Scannell. Lallana. And Liverpool lose it. Comes to Vaughan. Little too tight for Ho Pak Pan. Been around a while now, Ho Pak Pan in the middle of midfield for Bradford. And Scouser, of course, born and bred in Liverpool. Here's Brewster. Larouci. Kent. Now Milner. Nathaniel Klein. Just opened up for him for a moment. It comes towards Larouci. It's just a little too big for him. And Milner will start again. That's for Lallana. He nearly just skipped off in the direction of Harry Wilson.
Yeah, I think we'll see that at times, like that's happening now. James Milner just filling into that kind of holding position and letting Adam Lallana get forward. Both can, you know, maybe James can do that more naturally than Adam at times, but obviously that's where Adam started today.
And Lovren just had to sort his feet out. Normally these sort of games are an exercise in keep ball, move the ball for Liverpool. This one has started in typical fashion. It's also noticeable how few touches they take, isn't it? They really want to move the ball quickly.
Yeah, I think the manager commented after Tranmere getting 1-2 touch stuff. It was really, really good to watch, and it's very hard to play against as well.
That's all built into the fitness, isn't it, as well? Because
Sure.
it makes you move more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Lovren just easing James Vaughan underneath the ball.
Great experience as well for Nat Phillips to play alongside the likes of Dejan Lovren today. Real experience playing with these guys.
Kent. Larouci very advanced again. Brewster holding his position. Larouci has to go back. Here comes the support. It's Milner. Misplaced one. Nathaniel Klein will get extra marks from the fitness coach. Good burst of pace from him.
The goal machine.
Some strike, wasn't it?
It was a strike, yeah.
Oxlade-Chamberlain. Nat Phillips will go back here towards Simon Mignolet. We are expecting him perhaps to play the whole game today. Larouci will get that. It's just a little unfortunate. Adam Henley's in the way.
Yeah, he's very quick, Larouci, loves to get forward. Another player who did play further forward and kind of been converted into a fullback. We've seen that with Adam Lewis, we've seen that with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Another one where they've identified there could be a career in a certain position.
I just wonder what instructions Jurgen is trying to get across to the players in these sort of games.
Well, I think it's always about passing quickly, isn't it? Sharply giving your teammates plenty of time. Try and get that fluidity back into the team.
Nat Phillips is very high here. A good challenge by Akpan. That's a foul by Phillips, who knew he was very high up the field, and it was a bit of a desperate challenge. There he is, the big Scouser, Hope Akpan. 27 now. He's actually came through the ranks at Everton, but he is Liverpool through and through. And Nat Phillips went through and through him there.
Did. That's when Nat's got to learn, hasn't he? When you do go step into them areas of the field, you have to be better on the ball.
Brewster being a nuisance again. Charging down Ben Richards. Everton throw a ball towards Vaughan. Here's Richards, Everton. On towards Adam Henley here, the fullback. He's one who's got experience of playing against Liverpool before in the colours of Blackburn 3 times. There's FA Cup ties and a Premier League game as well. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Here's Phillips. Larouci again. Kent goes down the line ahead of him. Just tried to leave a little bit of space for James Milner inside, but it was a little too tight in there. Larouci. That's Milner. Wilson's just gone a little too early. Flags up against him. Jamie Richards with the flag. O'Donnell looking for Vaughan again. He's been around a long time now, James Vaughan. Another, of course, who advanced from Everton's youth system.
Yeah, played against James a couple of times later in my career.
He was rather quick when he was a young boy, wasn't he?
A bit quicker than me, mate. Fiery as well, I should say.
Kent, here's Milner. Those two, of course, do have something in common, James Vaughan and James Milner, as the Premier League's youngest scorers. And Vaughan took Milner's crown, didn't he?
Yeah. Got a lot to prove here this season, really, Vaughan. You know, he's probably been the big signing from this summer, hasn't he? Him and Donaldson.
Well, Liverpool will get themselves a corner hit. Comes to Milner. Might have a pop. Does have a pop and scores. Well, James Milner came close to scoring at Tranmere the other night, and with a helping touch from the defender, gets Liverpool's opening goal on his return to West Yorkshire.
Yeah, I mean, a decent strike from James. I'm not sure if James Vaughan's headed it past O'Donnell in the Bradford goal, actually. Just have another look here. He worked it well, worked it quick. Milner, lots of space, whips it in here. Yeah, I think it's Vaughan. Just glides it past O'Donnell, but you don't hit, you don't score.
Well, we said that James Vaughan stole James Milner's title as the Premier League's youngest scorer. He's stolen his goal there.
Yeah. Lovely header.
1-0 to Liverpool. James Milner will take the credit for it.
I think he thought maybe if I don't get any contact on this, it's good for a flying anyway.
Here's Kent, who won the corner for Liverpool. Brewster, Kent, lovely from Liverpool. Should be a penalty, is a penalty, and there's absolutely no doubt about it at all. Kent was taking his time, and the defender in the end could do nothing else but clatter into the back of the Liverpool man.
Yeah, I mean, it's great play from Kent, lovely little give and go and driving at him, and when they do that you can see it's a clear penalty. Scanlon with the tackle, I think. Scannell, sorry, with the tackle very late on Kent, and again Kent making himself as a nuisance. Definite penalty.
Well, if there was any doubt about the first, there's no doubt about the second. James Milner's just scored twice in a minute for Liverpool. You won't hear that very often.
No, Mr. Reliable again. Yeah, he steps up so many times and again makes no mistakes there. Right in the corner, brilliant penalty. Nothing more than you expect from James Milner.
You almost feel it's a little unfair letting him take penalties in pre-season.
Yeah. I mean, he certainly has. We've seen in the pre-season before the results from the runs and stuff, and then the way he played against Tranmere was quite incredible. It was like the Champions League final again. He only knows one way to play, and as an example to all these young players around him, it's absolutely brilliant to see a player at his stage of his career still doing this.
There's Dejan Lovren and towards Adam Lallana. Here's Nat Phillips. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Milner. On towards Phillips. It's been quite cloudy and murky in West Yorkshire so far this morning. That's been replaced by lovely bright sunshine this afternoon. Just take a bit more out of the players. Here's Kent. Just never really got himself set to hit it. One of those where you know he's cutting in off that flank and you know what he can do. He just didn't quite get his body set. Brewster for Wilson. Went for that little stab across goal. Longridge did well.
Yeah. going to intercept him from Jackson Longridge, one of the signings over the summer, coming in from Scotland, so it's important he gets a good feel today against this kind of opposition.
Kent for Wilson. Runners coming from deep. Comes all the way around the back. There was a half question from Nat Phillips towards the referee. Harry Wilson probably just put it a little behind Phillips.
Yeah, he probably should have done better. We know what a wand of a left foot he has, so you expect it every time he's in them areas.
Bradford will try and play out from the back here. It could be a recipe for disaster.
The new rules of the goal kick there, John, wasn't it?
It was,
get the
yes.
ball in the area.
Doesn't have to.
He doesn't have to, no.
No, yeah.
But he did. Do you like that rule?
Gary Gillespie does.
Yeah, thought he might.
Larouci. Phillips. Larouci again. Seen lots and lots of the ball down that far side of the field. As too has Ryan Kent. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Another fizzer. Getting closer. Not quite close enough yet.
Yeah. I think he's maybe saying he could have wrapped his foot round it maybe a little bit more to get that swerve on into the far corner. Hits it well enough. Just didn't wrap the boot round it. Positive again, though. Another sighter for him.
Has pre-season changed at all in the, since you retired, which is what, 10 years ago now?
Yeah,
10 years.
I
wow.
think I think it obviously has. I mean, the fitness levels of the players are certainly coming back, I would say, in better shape. Towards the end of my career, I think pre-seasons were getting that way where everyone had the programs, and in the early days of my career it was sometimes just to get fit again after your summer break. But yeah, I think it's the lads, you can tell, can't you? They're still sharp, they still look after their bodies very well over the summer.
And it also seems as though there's a structure, there's a game plan for every game as to how you approach it, how you play it, your pressing and the way you're told to move the ball as well.
Yeah, like you say, how many games you play pre-season, there's not that many opportunities before you're into the thick of it again. And like you say, it seems from what I've seen so far, the Tranmere in the first part of this game, that the lads are really looking forward to this season, and so they should. They should be full of confidence, and the way they're playing, I know it's only early days and against lesser opposition, but good signs.
Brilliant hustling again from Wilson. Liverpool front three have done that so well so far in this opening 20 minutes. Lallana. That new Lallana role, that deeper role for him. It won't fall for Milner. It might come for Wilson, it might come for Oxlade-Chamberlain. Credit where credit's due to Matt Palmer, who kept a very calm head there. It does seem peculiar to see Adam Lallana playing that role. It does. I mean, I think we were surprised when it happened at Tranmere, weren't we, the other night? Yeah,
for sure. He's very, very comfortable on the ball. He does read the game well. So maybe it's something he's trying.
And because it's not about breaking the play up in pre-season, it's about getting the ball, moving the ball.
Keeping the ball,
not many better to do that, really, than Adam Lallana. Also worth remembering the job that he did when Jurgen Klopp first came into Liverpool. He was almost chief dog in the middle of midfield, wasn't he, when he used to hustle and harry and upset just about everyone he played against.
Yeah, I think he set the tone, didn't he, when he played?
There's Milner.
I think with this three that started today, they can play anywhere across that line, can't they? So you've seen at times, James has switched with Adam, and at the moment you got Oxlade-Chamberlain on the left and James on the right. So we're going to see plenty of that in this first half as well.
It's a little overhit from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. As we were saying a little earlier, though, for him it is all about getting a good pre-season under his belt and getting himself tuned back in.
I think for any player, if you do miss a pre-season, I always found it hard to catch up as the season went on. And, you know, speaking to a lot of players, they kind of said the same thing. So it is important somehow you get through it and you can start the season fully fit. It's hard to catch up at times.
I think Adam Lallana has spoken about that himself, who's missed a few himself.
Yeah.
Liverpool have just lost that there to Scannell, but there's no support for him. Vaughan can't get up in support. Adam Lallana has said that at times when he's missed pre-season, even when the fitness team and everyone puts you through almost a mini pre-season yourself, it's still not quite the same as being there with everyone else.
I think it's psychological at times. You feel like you want to be doing the training the boys are doing. You miss being with the group, and it's hard to catch up.
Here's Lallana and Oxlade-Chamberlain. Marucci is the outlet again. Lallana, lovely touch for Brewster. He was caught as well, was Adam Lallana. The referee might have just missed one there for a moment. There's a lovely little flick from Adam Lallana. We are going to have to pause temporarily here while he might need a little bit of treatment, but it's certainly one that was left a little bit on Adam Lallana. Referees need pre-season as well, don't they, to fine-tune.
That'll be a good tackle in League Two, though.
Andy Madley, as we mentioned, will be on the Premier League list this year. He is one who has really caught the eye and been promoted and part of the select second group. Marucci was trying to find a way through. Henley held him up. Milner. Kent coming from deep and bursting forward as well, and wins Liverpool another corner. Only the second they scored from the first.
Positive again on it from Ryan Kent. Henley did well getting back that time, but again, it's great to see these young players full of confidence, just attacking defenders, running at them and causing them problems, and this Henley did well.
Oxlade-Chamberlain, so glorious first touch. Second and the third aren't bad, but then the fourth and the fifth combined to make it a bad one, didn't they? Got himself into a good position. Into a chance for Patrick to try and lead a breakaway. This is Kelvin Mellor. Longridge goes forward, asking Vaughan to chase. Mignolet's coming a long way. He hasn't had any involvement in the game really so far, Simon Mignolet. The normal service, the normal pattern is resumed. Here's James Milner again. Phillips. Away by Mellor. Lallana. Larouci. Again getting that ball down and driving hard. Didn't quite get it.
Just that composure, isn't it? A little bit of an experience when you get into that final third. Got to really pick somebody out. Sometimes you've got to slow down a bit before you put that cross into the box.
Richards Everton will pump the ball forward towards Scannell.
He's
Flag was up anyway. Sorry,
he's kind of the key man, isn't he, Scannell? When you read the reports of last season and going into this season, he's the one, the kind of fans' favourite who, you know, he's been at Huddersfield, been at Palace. You know, he's the one who can get on and dribble the ball, but we've not seen too much of that today.
Not been able to get the ball.
No.
Kent, Oxlade-Chamberlain, bit of space. It's a really, really good recovery and challenge from Jordan Gibson getting across. And Gary Bowyer did say before the game it would be a real learning process for his side today. Real opportunity for them to test themselves. Gary Bowyer's two boys were out on the pitch with him while they were doing the warm-up in full Liverpool kits as well.
Great, yeah.
That's good from Brewster. It's Kent. Oh, he's just over-hit it for Oxlade-Chamberlain. And again, that hustling, that harrying, that front three working hard.
Yeah, done it well first half, haven't they? Brewster as well, it's another side of his game that maybe a lot of Liverpool fans don't know. Does close players down very well, leads the line.
That's a ball that's looking for Scannell. It's really well read by Dejan Lovren. How did you first feel when you were first included in the first team squad for Liverpool and playing in a pre-season game?
Obviously there's some nerves, but I think it's excitement, isn't it?
Because, where was it?
Oh, I think he was abroad probably, John. I think probably in Germany back in them days.
Here's Wilson and Brewster and Wilson, great touch.
Oh,
super stop by the goalkeeper. Really, really good reaction, saved by Richard O'Donnell.
Yeah, it's lovely playing, Harry. Little 1-2 again, great touch, and you think he scored, but O'Donnell, absolutely brilliant. Just gets a hand to it. Great movement again.
And Liverpool go along with this corner, and it comes towards Lallana. He didn't quite get the contact that he was looking for. Not the place to lose it. Good place to win it back though. Jordan Gibson did well. He lost it, he won it back. Here's Hill Pakpan. Scannell. Palmer. Gibson can't find a white shirt. And Larouci has a little bit of space. Scannell tries to stay with him and go with him. And Patrick's header only as far as Oxlade-Chamberlain. Impressive from Ryan Kent to get it and keep it in. And impressive to keep it there as well and set Vaughan off on the counter-attack, 1 against 2 here. Dejan Lovren was just a little bit too hasty in trying to get the ball there.
Yeah, maybe dived in a little bit early, maybe thought he didn't have the numbers back. Because Bradford, probably their first opportunity to put one into Liverpool's box.
Matt Palmer will deliver. Mellor, Richards, Everton have made their way forward from the back here for Tranmere. Bradford. Wrong ground. Palmer's delivery round the back, and it is opening up, and it's in as well. It's a real, it's not going to count. Ben Richards, Everton with the finish. It was a tidy volley as well from the big defender. It ruled out by David Richardson's flag on the far side. Phillips. Here's Kent. That's a lovely little threaded ball by Milner. Doesn't quite come off. He goes to try and win it back. That's a really good win again. All of a sudden, Bradford just getting a bit between the teeth. Jordan Gibson on the charge. A little arm was there from Larouci.
Yeah, he's done well a couple of times, hasn't he, Jordan Gibson, breaking things up.
It would certainly be more than a word in the season.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy from Adam Lallana in midfield, giving the ball away.
Number 6, Anthony O'Connor.
Well, big Anthony O'Connor has just come onto the field for Bradford for their latest free kick. Ben Richards, Everton making way. Palmer with the delivery again. Oh, free header for Vaughan! It's offside again. It's a brilliant save, by the way, by Simon Mignolet. Top stop. And David Richardson's flag again. Not coming to Liverpool's rescue, but there were 2-3 of them offside there.
Incredible save for Mignolet, though. He didn't know. Good line for Liverpool, just like the first one. Held strong.
Here's Oxlade-Chamberlain at the other end. Got a bit of a game on our hands at the moment. Kent. And Richard O'Donnell in the way. And Bradford all of a sudden have just thought, well, maybe we can have a bit of a go at this Liverpool side. Because they've been very respectful so far.
They have. They've laid off them a little bit too much, possibly for their man Guy Bowie's liking. It's just so hard at times, you know, you're doing so much running, chasing the ball. When you get it, you've got to keep it just for that few seconds to allow your defenders to get up the field. Just comes straight back at you.
Lovren for Phillips. Now Lallana. Klein. Larouci will just have to backpedal a little to get that. There's no real pace on it though, so there's no danger that Liverpool would lose the ball. Lallana again. Now Wilson. Milner. Larouci again. Well, it's broken nicely for Liverpool and broken nicely for Kent, who thought that he was blocked off. And Lovren committed himself and couldn't get there. And Scannell is taken out by Phillips, who really was a little unfortunate.
Yeah, it was just coming together, really, wasn't it? With Scannell, Phillips. But Liverpool just a little bit sloppy in possession, giving it back to Bradford too easily. You know, we said about Scannell and Vaughan, they can cause you problems.
And Joe Gomez has to get out of the way for the throw to be taken. Henley is who takes it. No way through for Gibson. And Kent was trying to win the ball back, along with Adam Lallana, and that's Gibson. That's Henley. And Larouci providing the cover. Mignolet will provide the clearance. Breaks for Kent. A little problem there for Ryan Kent, who's just pulled up a little. Let's keep an eye on that. And certainly in pre-season there's every precaution taken with players, isn't there?
Yeah, no need to take any risks. Everyone's got little knocks. Plenty of subs, isn't there? We even seen Dan Atherton come on the other night, didn't we? An outfield player. Bet he enjoyed that few minutes.
Here's Vaughan. In steps James Milner. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Milner for Kent. Oxlade-Chamberlain made a really good run, was a little frustrated he didn't get the ball from Ryan Kent. Ryan Kent tries to win a corner and gets one.
Maybe not moving the ball as well as we were in the first half an hour of the game.
Harry Wilson will go across and take. It's a decent header away by Vaughan, but it comes to Milner. Tried to pick out the top corner. It was a fair old way wide in the end.
He's got his shooting boots on. Let's have a look. Yeah, not one of his bears. I think it was Gibson though again. Jordan Gibson got out and put the pressure on James there to make it difficult to get the shot away.
He did tell Ryan Bruce that he was responsible for both his goals at Tranmere the other night, James Milner.
Assists, Mr. Assist.
Enforcer, destroyer, assister. He wears plenty of different hats in this team, James Milner, and wears them all well. Here's in his very old role of right winger there for a moment. And 34 this year, James Milner. It was a bit of a lunge on James Milner from Ho Pak Pan. I would not like to be the referee for the next few minutes.
No, I don't think Jurgen Klopp's too happy, is he? And he shouldn't be, I think. I think it was a foul for me personally. Dived in, didn't he? Didn't get much of the ball.
Phillips. It's a lovely step away from Gibson. Lallana for Milner. Lallana for Kent, for Lallana. Well, that's for Nathaniel Klein. Flag stays down. And O'Donnell able to pick up the ball. Nathaniel Klein wasn't quite able to get enough on the ball. It's a little short from Phillips. Good hustling by Vaughan. Here comes Omari Patrick. Gibson has been lively. It's 15 minutes or so. Vaughan. And Phillips stayed tight and didn't allow himself to get rolled. Oxlade-Chamberlain on for Kent. Spins one way, pulls the ball back. Oxlade-Chamberlain deflected once, twice, and Ryan Brewster scores for Liverpool from the tightest of angles. He just loves scoring goals, this boy, and he's got himself another there. That's a really cute finish.
Yeah, good break, wasn't it, from Liverpool? From Kent, Oxlade-Chamberlain involved. Has got forward so well. Will be cut back here, and Oxlade-Chamberlain doesn't probably catch it as well as he wanted to. And look at this, real poacher's goal as we talked about. Right place, right time. Again, Ryan Brewster. Good play from Kent. Just his positional play here. Who's first to come alive? Brewster, back of the net. Making a habit of this.
His reaction to scoring it as well was one of clenched fists and a little scream as well.
Yeah.
Even in pre-season, goal scorers love scoring goals.
That's it. He loves it, doesn't he? I mean, he's got a great temperament about him. He enjoys playing the game, and well, that's his job, to score goals, and you can see the delight on his face when he does.
We'll take the corner quick. It's Phillips who jumps and got a really, really good ride on it as well, but couldn't quite get on top of the ball enough to get above the defender. Kelvin Miller did just about enough to stop Phillips getting the header on target. And Gary Bowyer's side have certainly tried to be as competitive as they could be. And certainly grown back into the game. Decent ball by Palmer. Scannell. Away by Lovren. Phillips away. Akpan helps it on. Gibson. Now Palmer. Scannell did well to control an awkward ball. Looking for Patrick. And the ball rather hit Adam Lallana rather than Lallana dealt with the ball. Palmer. That's tidy. Larouci's not falling for that.
Yeah, good defending, stood up well, Larouci.
There's Lovren. Lallana for Phillips. One minute of time being added on. The token minute in pre-season.
Yeah.
Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now Brewster. Now Milner. It's on a hat-trick, remember, James Milner. Lallana. Little touch for Lallana. It's a really good challenge by the defender, Kelvin Miller, who got across again. And sets one off here for Omari Patrick. And Mignolet will catch that, and that will be the end of the first half. That Liverpool have done their job very much with three differing goals, it must be said. James Milner with the first, with a good strike that was deflected in by James Vaughan, who then was on hand to turn home a penalty after Ryan Kent was fouled inside the penalty area on the back of a really good Liverpool move. And Ryan Brewster once again gets